Zara didn't believe in happy endings. Not anymore. Not after him. It took one man, one heartbreak, and one career-ruining betrayal to turn her from the girl who believed in love into the woman who believes in payback. His name was Derek Cole, and 2 years ago, he was her everything, her boss, her secret lover, and her biggest mistake. They were inseparable. He'd whisper, "You're my forever," between board meetings and stolen kisses in glass elevators. She believed him, until the day she found out he'd stolen her pitch, the marketing idea she worked on for months, and presented it to the board as his own. It earned him a promotion. It earned her unemployment. Zara walked out of Cole and Crane, advertising with her head held high. But her heart, it stayed shattered, somewhere between the 10th floor, conference room, and the lies he told to get ahead. She swore that day, "If I ever get the chance to make him feel what I felt, I'll take it, and I'll do it smiling." 2 years later, that chance arrived, wrapped in irony and delivered with a smirk. Hey dreamers, welcome back to Blessing's Storyverse, where we don't just tell stories, we live them. Today's tale is full of mystery love twists, so grab your popcorn and let's dive into another chapter. The comeback. Zara looked flawless, and she knew it. A white blazer, red heels, and the kind of confidence that could silence a boardroom. Her assistant handed her the morning brief. "Big day, ma'am. The Cole and Crane merger pitch presentation starts in an hour." Zara smiled, a slow, dangerous one. "Perfect, let's make history." What the assistant didn't know was that Zara wasn't just the consultant heading this rebrand. She was the woman behind the scenes pulling every string, every contract, every move that would reshape the company and Derek's career. She stepped into the skyscraper lobby, the same one she'd been escorted out of 2 years ago, and it felt like walking onto a battlefield. Only this time, she came armored. The glass doors slid open, and there he was. Derek Cole, looking taller, sharper. Same grey suit, same devastating smile. But when he saw her, his expression faltered, just slightly. "Zara?" he said, voice low. "Mr. Cole," she replied coolly. "Long time no steal." A few heads turned. She didn't care. He chuckled, adjusting his tie. "Still dramatic, I see." She stepped closer, her perfume intoxicating enough to mess with his composure. "Still a thief, I see." The tension was thick. Old flames, old grudges, all neatly disguised as professionalism. They walked into the conference room, side by side, pretending the air between them wasn't electric. When the board meeting began, Zara's presentation lit up the screen. Bold, innovative, irresistible. The kind of pitch Derek used to take credit for. Only this time, she made sure every slide had her name on it. When she finished, applause filled the room. The CEO smiled. "Brilliant work, Miss Daniels. I think Cole and Crane will be lucky to have you lead the rebrand." Zara nodded politely, then turned to Derek, her voice dripping with satisfaction. "Guess we'll be seeing a lot of each other, huh?" His jaw tightened. "Looks like it." She leaned in, whispered just loud enough for him to hear. "Don't worry, Derek. I'm not here to take revenge." She paused, smiling sweetly. "I'm here to win." He didn't know it yet, but Zara had already started her game, and the rules were simple. Make him fall first, then break his heart in half. Dangerous familiarity. Zara didn't believe in coincidences, especially not the kind that looked this good in a suit. For 3 days straight, Derek had found reasons to be in her workspace. "Just checking on progress. Thought I could help refine the campaign tone." Which literally means, "I can't stop looking at you, and it's driving me insane." She ignored him like a professional, or at least she tried to. Every time he leaned over her shoulder, his cologne, that same maddening cedarwood scent, reminded her of the nights she swore she'd forgotten. Every time he spoke her name, her pulse betrayed her. "You're doing great, Zara," he said one afternoon, leaning against her desk. "I always did great," she replied without looking up. "You just used to take the credit." He smiled, that infuriatingly charming one that once melted her. "You're still mad about that?" "Mad?" She laughed softly. "I just don't forget betrayal as quickly as you forget loyalty." Silence. Heavy, loaded, familiar. Then Derek sighed and dropped the smirk. "I made a mistake, Zara. I should have fought for you. For us." For a second, just one, she saw the regret in his eyes. And damn it, it almost looked real. "Save it," she said, standing. "You didn't just lose me, Derek. You lost the privilege of pretending to care." She walked out, heels clicking like a metronome of power, but her chest felt tight. Because the truth was, no matter how hard she tried to bury it, part of her still wanted him to mean it. The next day, during the campaign shoot, things got messy. Zara was directing, all control and confidence, when Derek stepped in close to adjust the product placement. His hand brushed hers, by accident or on purpose. She couldn't tell. And their eyes met. The air crackled. "You're shaking," he said quietly. From disgust, she lied. He smiled again, softly this time. "You always were a terrible liar." She turned away, heart pounding, trying to focus on the job, but her mind kept replaying one thing, the way he looked at her like he still knew her heartbeat. Later that night, as she closed her laptop, her phone buzzed. "I know you hate me, but you should also know I never stopped loving you." Zara stared at the message, her jaw tightening. She typed back slowly, "Careful, Derek. Love sounds a lot like strategy when it comes from you." Then she hit send and smiled. Because the game wasn't over. It was just starting to get fun. Checkmate. By the end of the month, the rebrand was everywhere. Billboards, social media, and news articles all shouting the same thing. Cole and Crane revived by Zara Daniels' visionary strategy. Her name. Her success. Not his. Zara stood by the tall office windows that overlooked the city. Her city now. Sipping champagne when Derek walked in. He looked exhausted, humbled, softer than she'd ever seen him. "Campaign's a hit," he said quietly. "Congratulations." "Thank you," she replied, not turning. "Feels nice to finally get credit for my work." He exhaled, hands in his pockets. "I deserved that." She finally turned to face him. "You deserved a lot worse, Derek. But I decided to be kind." He stepped closer, voice low. "I didn't come here to fight, Zara. I came to ask, is there any part of you that still feels what we had?" Her eyes softened, just a little. The vulnerability in his tone caught her off guard. For a heartbeat, she saw the man she once loved. Not the rival, not the liar, just Derek. "Maybe," she admitted. "But that part of me learned its lesson." He smiled sadly. "I guess I'm too late." She tilted her head. "No, Derek. You're just right on time to see me win." He let out a short laugh, shaking his head. "You always knew how to end things on your terms." Zara stepped close enough for him to catch her perfume, close enough for the tension to ache. Then she rose on her toes and kissed his cheek. Soft, deliberate, final. "Goodbye, Derek. And don't worry. I forgive you." He blinked, surprised. "You do?" She smirked. "Of course. It's the best way to make sure you never forget me." And just like that, she walked out. Heels clicking, head high, heart light. Outside, cameras flashed as reporters called her name. "Zara Daniels. How does it feel to be the face of Cole and Crane's comeback?" She smiled at them, radiant and unbothered. "It feels like revenge," she said. "But make it pretty." And that was the thing about Zara Daniels. She didn't need to destroy a man to win. She just needed him to remember what losing her felt like. Love redefined. 6 months later, Zara Daniels was on the cover of Forbes Women in Business, sitting cross-legged in her white suit, eyes bright, smile effortless. The headline read, "From betrayal to boardroom queen. The woman who rebranded power." She laughed softly as she read it, sipping her morning coffee. It wasn't the revenge that made her smile. It was the peace. Her phone buzzed, an unknown number. "I saw the magazine. You look incredible. I'm proud of you." Zara stared at the screen for a few seconds, then placed the phone down without replying. There was nothing left to say. She'd loved, she'd lost, she'd learned, and now she was living exactly how she was meant to. Free, unbothered, untouchable. As her assistant entered the office with her new project brief, Zara stood and smiled. "Let's build something legendary," she said. And somewhere in another part of the city, Derek Cole opened a newspaper, saw her picture again, and whispered, "Yeah, you already did." And that's another chapter from Blessing's Storyverse. If this story hits you in the feels, leave a like, drop your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe. Because trust me, the next plot twist is even crazier. Until next time, keep living like the main character. Bye.